Brown to discover one of the most important technological devices we still use today. Her home was located in a high-crime area, and she was concerned about her personal safety, especially when her husband was away at work. Her concerns were heightened by the fact that the police in her area were often slow to respond to calls for help. In response to these concerns, Brown and her husband, Albert Brown, who was an electronics technician, set about creating a new kind of home security system. The device that they developed consisted of a camera that was mounted on a peephole in the front door of the house. This camera was connected to a monitor inside the house, allowing the occupants to see who was at the door without opening it. The system also included a set of microphones that were placed at strategic locations around the house. These microphones were connected to a speaker in the front door, allowing the occupants to communicate with visitors without opening the door. In addition, the device had a panic button that could be pressed in case of an emergency, and it would immediately alert the police. The device was patented in 1966, and it changed the home security industry forever. The invention was groundbreaking, as it allowed homeowners to monitor their homes and communicate with visitors without putting themselves at risk. This was especially important for women living alone or families with children. The device was also a precursor to the modern-day closed-circuit television CCTV systems that are commonly used in homes and businesses today. Garrett Morgan, the three-light traffic signal. Garrett Morgan was born in Kentucky in 1877, but would move to Cleveland, Ohio at the age of 18, where he started his own sewing machine repair business and went on to establish a tailoring business that catered to wealthy customers. Despite having limited education, Morgan was a curious and innovative person who was always looking for new ways to improve his community. In 1923, Morgan witnessed a terrible accident between a horse-drawn carriage and an automobile on a busy Cleveland street. This incident inspired him to create a device that could help regulate traffic and reduce accidents. At the time, traffic signals were primitive and often ineffective, causing confusion and accidents on the roads. Morgan's solution was to create a three-light traffic signal that would provide clear and visible signals to drivers. The first light was green, indicating that it was safe to proceed. The second light was yellow, indicating that the driver should slow down and prepare to stop. The third light was red, indicating that the driver should stop. Morgan's invention was revolutionary and quickly gained popularity. In 1923, the first three-light traffic signal was installed in Cleveland, Ohio, and soon after, other cities followed suit. The three-light traffic signal became the standard for traffic control and has been used around the world ever since. Morgan's invention made roads safer and reduced the number of accidents caused by driver error, while also helping to regulate traffic flow and reduce congestion, which in turn led to increased efficiency and productivity. Despite the success of his invention, Morgan faced many challenges as a black inventor in a predominantly white society. He often struggled to gain recognition for his work and faced discrimination and prejudice. However, his innovations have gained wide acclaim in recent years, and he continues to receive the recognition he deserves. In addition to the three-light traffic signal, Morgan also invented a smoke hood that was used by firefighters and miners to protect them from smoke and gas inhalation. He also invented a hair-straightening cream and a sewing machine attachment. Alexander Miles, automatic elevator doors. Not much is known about Alexander Miles's early life or education, but it is clear that he had a knack for invention. Miles was a successful businessman who owned a barbershop and real estate. However, his true passion lay in inventing things that would make life easier for people. One day, while riding in an elevator, Miles witnessed a terrible accident. The elevator operator was distracted and failed to close the doors before the elevator began to move. As a result, a girl fell down the shaft and was almost killed. This incident deeply affected Miles, and he vowed to come up with a solution to prevent such accidents from happening again. Miles began to work on a device that would automatically close the elevator doors before the elevator started to move. He spent several years perfecting his invention, and in 1887, he was granted a patent for the first automatic elevator door system. Miles's invention was a game changer in the world of elevators. Prior to his invention, elevator doors were manually operated, which meant that elevator operators had to close the doors before the elevator could move. This process was slow, cumbersome, and often resulted in accidents. With Miles's automatic elevator door system, the doors would close automatically once the elevator arrived at the floor. This made the process much faster and safer. The doors also had a safety feature that prevented them from closing if someone was in the way. This prevented accidents and made elevators much more accessible to the general public. Thanks to Miles's invention, elevators became much more efficient and safer, which in turn made it possible for buildings to become taller and more complex. Without Miles's invention, the world of architecture and construction would look very different today. Frederick McKinley Jones, refrigerated trucks. Despite facing significant challenges as a black man in the early 20th century, Frederick McKinley Jones showed an early interest in mechanics and engineering, teaching himself the ins and outs of machinery. In the 1920s, Jones made his first significant invention, an automatic ticket dispensing machine for movie theaters. However, it wasn't until the 1930s that he made his greatest breakthrough when he created the world's first practical refrigeration unit for trucks. At the time, there was a critical need for a way to transport perishable goods over long distances without spoiling. Traditional methods of ice and salt packing were inefficient and unreliable, often resulting in spoiled food by the time it reached its destination. Jones's solution was a game changer. He developed a portable refrigeration unit that could be installed in trucks and other vehicles, allowing perishable goods to be transported long distances without spoiling. His invention paved the way for the modern refrigerated truck, which has become a cornerstone of the food and transportation industries. So how did Jones achieve this remarkable feat of engineering? Well, it wasn't easy. He spent years experimenting with different refrigeration systems, testing them in different conditions to see how they held up. In the end, he settled on a system that used a compressor to circulate refrigerant through a condenser and evaporator, effectively cooling the air inside the truck. But Jones's contribution didn't stop there. He also invented a number of other refrigeration-related technologies, including a portable air cooling unit for military field hospitals and a system for refrigerating rail cars. His contributions were recognized in 1944 when he became the first African American to receive the National Medal of Technology and Innovation. Despite facing discrimination throughout his career, Jones continued to innovate and inspire others, and his legacy lives on today. Thanks to Jones's invention, we can now enjoy fresh produce and other perishable goods from all over the world, no matter where we are. So the next time you're tucking into a juicy steak or biting into a crisp apple, take a moment to appreciate the remarkable achievements of Frederick McKinley Jones, a true pioneer of modern refrigeration technology. Keep in mind that these are just a few examples of the many black inventors who have contributed to the advancement of modern technology. From Alexander Miles, who invented automatic elevator doors, to Marie Van Britten Brown, who invented the home security system, black inventors have consistently demonstrated their ingenuity and creativity in a wide range of fields. As we reflect on their contributions, it's clear that black inventors have played a vital role in shaping the world we live in today. And as we continue to innovate and push the boundaries of what's possible, we must remember the trailblazers who came before us and honor their legacy by fostering a more inclusive and equitable future for all. Thanks for watching this video. Do not forget to leave us a like and hit the subscribe button to stay on this channel.